Well, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel as the one and only Bridge man. Evening, Bridge.
Oh, good evening, Oxter. Can I just say a big good evening to yourself and good evening to the boys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
Oh, well, I think we can maybe cut the show short tonight, Bridge. Not a lot happened today. Very quiet in the Rangers world.
Oh, absolutely. My God. Wow. You know.
Oh, Bridge, I don't know where to start, mate. Used to go to a game of football, the game would be finished, you'd have the result, you would move on. Then now I don't know how long it'll be before somebody challenges a result, mate.
Well, actually, I have to say, Aberdeen, based on the results today from the compliance people, Aberdeen could actually challenge the result last night, because in essence what they're saying is McGregor should have been sent off because of that tackle, and it should have been a penalty. So chances are they could have scored and put us in maybe back into a draw again or something like that. Can't remember what time it was. But yeah, at times things like that could actually happen. Had an impact in the game. Personally speaking, it didn't, because the referee never even seen it. You're speaking about after the event punishment here. But you're right. Unbelievable shit. Bitterly disappointed that Morelos has got a 3-game ban now. Bitterly disappointed.
I mean, there was a lot of people thought he shouldn't have challenged it. I thought it was silly rather than violent, but you give the referee a decision to make, and sometimes you end up with a card. But what I will say, when you say some of the challenges that took place at the same night in the same league, mate, they weren't in the same league, the challenges. Nothing. One boy assaulted out in the wing with a dangerous challenge in there, and the other boy huffed in two. Nothing. I just don't get it, Bridge. I really don't.
No, and I don't think there's very many Rangers fans will get it. I mean, that game last night, as JFK calls them, the puddle drinkers, at their ground, three major incidents for the puddle drinkers and one major incident for the Hibs guy. Admittedly, I think the Hibs guy should have had a red card. It was a really bad tackle. And it should have been a red card at the time. The referee only gave the yellow, and that was up to a red card. That's fine. But the other three, not even. Actually, I don't even think they were looked at. And how can you go in midair and smash into somebody's head with your elbow? Smash into him. I don't know how fast he was running. It was like an exocet missile. He smashed him right in the head. The guy had to go off. One of the nice good young starlets in Scottish football too. Unbelievable. And he got away with it. Never even spoken to by the referee, never booked. And that mob looked at it. Sorry.
I mean, to me, there's dangerous play, and that was dangerous play,
And the one with Scott Brown, I've only seen it, wee clips I saw a wee bit in the telly and wee clips on the ear.
I'm surprised you've not got the Celtic channel, Bridge.
No, seriously, boys, I'm not being funny. That was... I know there's an agenda running. Absolutely. And that proves it. They're laughing. They're just laughing in my face. How can they say that Morelos did all that? As you say, how can that boy... And this is the worst one for me, is that guy running through and diving. I cannot believe nobody spoke to him. I mean, even another player going up and say, "Hey, yes, stupid bastard, what are you doing, It was just... It's probably the worst dive in football history. Shocking.
I mean, Tom Daly would have been proud of that one, wouldn't he?
Wow, and the thing is, a lot of folk are saying they'll just scrub over it simply because the referee's not seen or said nothing to him. It should have been spoken to at least, And why couldn't you? Why can't you go the referee go and book the guy for a simulation? Why can't he? He does it. Boys get booked for simulation every other week. They did it to one of our players a couple of years ago as well. Straight simulation, a yellow card, and gone with the game. Done. No, they're saying they can't date now. Aye, never mind. March past that one,
Well, all we've always said, all we want is a fair track of the whip, mate. If our players get sent off and due to be sent off, I think we're pretty fair on here most days. We might sound slightly different, but most of the time we're pretty fair. But when you see the tackles and you see what's happened, geez, consistency that Clark was shouting about. It'll be interesting to see what he's got to say in the next few days. Anyway, we've got an interview for Gary McAllister and
Well, I go for a man. Yeah.
Connor Golson, but we'll hear that in a minute. But if people want to join us, what's the number, Bridge?
Oh, the number's 01413561972.
Or they can join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where we brought into this call by the one and only Old School Blue and his glamorous assistant. There we go. We've been joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
How you doing, boys? It's Bill.
How we doing,
Hey, Bill?
Bill?
How you doing?
No bad, good result. I tried to go another night, boys, after the game, but I had too many few sherbets. I had to go to my bed. I was a bit excited, you know.
You're a
All right,
shocker, boy.
well, when Bridge gets a bit excited, we'll have to put him right off the show. Bill, we'll come to you in a minute. There's another caller coming in, and also we'll be joined by JFK. Evening, caller.
How you doing, guys? It's Wheels.
Cheers,
Hey,
Wheels. How we doing, JFK?
I'm okay, pal. How are you?
All right.
Hi, Bridge. Hi, Wheels.
Before we get the
How you
drama,
doing?
let's hear from the assistant manager and Connor Golston and get the tone before we debate what's happened after the interview. So get yourselves on mute.
Gary, I guess Wednesday's result has given everyone a huge boost in terms of morale, isn't it?
No, absolutely, I agree with you. It was a very strong performance. But just getting off at a tangent here, I just thought I'd like to congratulate both sets of players. I thought it was a great game. I've fielded loads of calls from friends south of the border, and they were really impressed with the level of the game. You know, there was good goals, there was loads of incident. And for a neutral, it would have been a good watch.
Great showcase.
Great for the Scottish game. Two teams on the front foot, both trying to win. Goals, incident. It looked like a good game to play in.
In terms of the context of your season, could it be argued it was possibly the most important result of the season?
Do you know what? It seems like every game we go into has got that sort of feel. I think similar would have been said when we went to Livy and produced a good performance and the right result there. So, you know, the feeling after both away games was very similar. As much as people look at it and see that the Aberdeen game is a higher profile game, but the facts are it is just 3 points, and the players, you know, enjoyed it as much winning at Livingston.
Since then, of course, the club has appealed the red card decision. What's the thinking behind that?
Well, the thing is, it was a strong confrontation the whole night. You know, two competitive players, two guys wanting to win the game badly. I felt, I thought Alfredo's reputation went ahead of him on this one. I think he was trying to get out of the way. You know, and I can only talk about the actions of our player. You know, and I think there was a conscious effort not to make a stamp.
Dermot kind of said after the game he felt that the red card should not be rescinded. He made a point of saying that.
I think everybody's got their opinion, but I can only speak on behalf of our players and what happens at this club. You know, and I'm getting in the line is you know, and I'm not showing bias here. I genuinely felt they tried to get out of the way.
Does Alfredo feel wronged?
Not really sat with him for any length of time, but he's a player that does attract this sort of thing. He's very competitive. He's a handful to play against, and he was excellent on the night. Apart from being shown the red card.
Gary, you're saying there that you think Alfredo's reputation has contributed to the decision. Are you therefore saying that if it was another player, you don't think?
No, not at all. No, I don't think that. I just think we arrived here, and Alfredo said moments prior to us coming here, he's a very competitive player. He gets involved in lots of skirmishes. That's the nature and style of his game. I don't think you can take away that tenacity, which I think we'll all agree is a big part of his game. He's scoring goals. You know, from a discipline point of view, what I would say is he's got to improve. You know, we're trying to help him. But what I'm saying on this instance, I think, you know, Alfredo's got previous, you know, and I think that possibly went against him.
So without getting too technical on it, you're saying that Alfredo was trying to get away. That's what he's doing.
Well, his legs are up, but they've got to come down somewhere.
Do you feel then that you've got quite a strong case going into the hearing?
Well, we've got people there. We'll wait in the decision.
Has it been quite awkward preparing for this game tomorrow when you don't know whether you've got your top goal scorer available or not?
Not necessarily, because going into most games where we look ahead, we tend to look at the two immediate games ahead. So, we've got shapes and teams and personnel, in mind for games going forward.
So you'll be happy, not obviously happy.
We're always happy when we've got every player available. That goes without saying. Free from injury and free from suspension is a plus.
We understand the compliance officer is looking at the incident involving Alan McGregor and Lewis Ferguson. Is there a case to answer there? Have you seen that one back?
Well, for me, I've seen it back. I just see Alan McGregor getting into a position, to make the save, and then he tucks himself up into a ball to prevent himself from being hurt.
There was an incident that was highlighted involving Alan during the Celtic game back in September, and there were suggestions he might get cited for that, and he wasn't. The big discussion point at the moment is about consistency.
Yeah.
Do you feel that there is consistency being shown by the authorities with regards to compliance officer incidents such as these?
Well, at the end of all the talking points, I think all the managers and all the teams and all the clubs are looking for consistency. And once we get that, I think we'll be in a better place. So I do think that word is a key word, and consistency is big.
Steve Clark this morning, he feels that is not being applied at the moment, and he obviously had a few things to say at the start of the week about that. He's responded again today with what Stephen said on Tuesday. Yeah. He feels that from his point of view at Kilmarnock that
I don't want to get stuck in the middle of the two Stephens, but I would agree that the word consistency is key, and we're all searching for that, and I can only be concerned of what happens here.
Do you think you showed the game at Pittodrie and at Celtic you played a particular shape? Do you think that those two big games have shown that perhaps this is the best shape that the players are suited to?
I think this is always a debate, especially when you're at a club this size where the game is dissected and analysed, stringently. I've got to say, in the modern game, the modern player has got to be able to adapt. In an ideal world, you would play one shape and 11 guys for over 40 games. But we've had a massive run of games. I think we're up over 40 now. So to think you can play one shape and 111 during the entire season, that's so wrong. But I would say players are now younger players, and that does, and I didn't retire that long ago. But the information tactically and tactical awareness now is more evident on training pitches. So players should be able to just go into little different shapes, and formations, just by moving, not many yards.
Conor, how you obviously just came back the other night. How flat out were you by the end of the game?
Finished. No, obviously I was out for quite a while, and I knew I wanted to make that game, and luckily enough, obviously the physios and the doctor got me back available for it, and I was just happy to be selected and to obviously get 3 points.
Any kind of after effects from that? Are you good to go for?
No, the ankle reacted well. Legs are still recovering now, but the ankle reacted well after the game. So just going to have more treatment, and I'll be training today, so we'll see how it goes.
We were reading that there was a bit of a sing-song in the dressing room, and perhaps Derek McInnes popped his head in. What happened there?
I didn't see him pop his head in, did he?
I don't think he popped his head in.
I don't think he did, so... No, I don't think he even come into our change room, but there was obviously little things that he celebrated massively when they got a point against us earlier in the season. I think walking into their stadium the other day, they put all pictures of the wall on from the semi-final. So why can't we celebrate when we win a game of football? We're obviously gonna. You do against any team that we play against. Any team will do it to us if they win. So it's just what happens.
What were you thinking when you saw those pictures when you walked in?
It's obviously motivating. I don't know what effect they thought it would have, whether they'd think it would make us think about the past and be down, but we all seen them as soon as walking in, and it was just a point. We had a point to prove. We knew they've probably been our bogey team this season, but we knew we had to put a big performance on and show our fans why we go in there, and I think that we did that.
Did you talk about those pictures before the game as a squad, as a team together?
Yeah, it was said. We all noticed it walking in. You couldn't not notice it. They put them up in about 20 picture frames walking down the corridor. So, yeah, it was noticed.
it was spoke about, and it just gave us more motivation to go into the game.
The last 2 games you've featured in, of course the win against Celtic and then the win midweek. Is it a case of just trying to keep that high tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely. I want to win every game I play in. Want to keep clean sheets as much as we can. Obviously we didn't manage to on Tuesday, but overall I feel like we defended well and we played well as a team. And it's just going into big games of football. Every game from now to then is going to be big games, and doing our best to usually get 3 points and this weekend get through to the next round of the cup.
Did you feel it was a gamble coming back on Wednesday, given that you trained much in the run up to it? Were you happy to take that risk?
No, I was happy. I was obviously disappointed to miss a few games before. I thought I would be back earlier after the Celtic game, but it wasn't to be. The ankle reacted a few times, but I pushed myself. I was in every day with Steve, the physio, and he worked hard with me, and we always had this game in mind that I knew I wanted to be back for, and luckily enough obviously I managed to be back and play the whole game.
Gary, in terms of the game tomorrow, what sort of challenge do you think Kilmarnock pose you?
Well, we know they're very well organised, you know, the problems there. We've done well there as well. A lot's been said about the pitch, but we know the pitch now. We can't use that as any sort of excuse, but it's a cup tie. You know, when you're involved in a club like this, we try to go and get long runs in every competition we take part in. So yeah, this Scottish Cup is no different. We're looking for a good run and a positive result.
Sorry, Gary. The game you had in there a couple of weeks ago against them, you were in control until they equalised, and then it was as if it was strange how it swung around, and obviously Jordan Jones got the winner, and there was a lot of talk around about that.
Yeah, we spoke about that. We can deal better after mistakes, you know, but there's also that determination to just cut away and stop individual errors. You know, listen, players are going to make mistakes, you know, throughout a season, but if you can just keep them to a minimum, there's more chance of winning games. So we'll go there fully focused, try and keep a clean sheet, but again, it'll be 2 teams trying to win a cup tie.
Anyone not available?
No, we're all good, just the usual. Graham Dorns and Jamie Murphy are coming along, so but we're picking from a full court.
Just a final point on the Alan McGregor situation. You don't think he did anything wrong? I think you said earlier on. I think we'll find out today if he is or isn't going to be cited. If he is cited, can we assume then that the club will contest that?
Well, that's a decision that probably is above me, but I would be leaning towards that, you know, because we see Alan going and collecting and making himself small and compact.
Well, thanks for that, old school. How we doing? Everybody back?
Yep.
I'll go to Pool Ranger. Obviously, they've started talking about the events that have unfolded today. Gary McAllister's gave you frank and honest views on how he's seen it. What's your views, mate? We've not heard from you since Wednesday night, mate, because you were Lily and Gist.
I think it was probably coming, to be fair, Ox. I was looking at it today and reading different bits and bobs. I was expecting McGregor and Morelos both to get a ban. I just felt it was coming because of the press, the negativity, Steve Clark coming out, different bits and bobs. I just felt today the 2 of them were going to get the ban, and they got it. My view, I know a lot, you always see options, people see different things. Morelos, I think, deserved it. McGregor, I'm not too sure. If it was in the middle of the park, it would have been a red card, but he's a goalkeeper and he's coming out and he's looking after himself. But you've just got to take it. We've just got to suck it up. Get on with it.
Wheels, give us your view, mate, and thanks for that, Pool.
To be honest, mate, if I'm honest, I was expecting maybe Morelos to get downgraded to a yellow, maybe. The McGregor one, I still don't agree with. My view is that he had his head down, he was tucked in, he wasn't even looking at Ferguson, so I don't agree with that one at all, if I'm honest. But I think we expected Fred to get something, but as I say, I would have thought it would have maybe been a downgrade to a yellow at the most. But decisions been made, we just got to live with it, I suppose. Yeah.
I think McGregor's, it's a couple of times he's been a wee bit iffy. Since he's come back, it's a couple.
He's been caught a couple of times, hasn't he? Let's be honest.
He's got to cut it out. He's got to cut it out because we can't afford. If we want this 55 and this is what we're going for, we can't afford. Whether it's Morelos or McGregor or whoever,
arguably we're two best players this season.
Big time Ox, 100%, 100%, and we can't afford it. I know a couple of guys always go, Morelos is the best player, he'll give this and he'll give that, and he lives on the border. He does live on the borderline, and he will always start and he will always play. But can we afford him not to be playing 2 and 3 games? Can we afford McGregor not to be in goals 2-3 games? That's what it comes down to.
Right. Only time will tell. JFK, I think you're listening to Gary, you're listening to the people on the panel. We're big enough and ugly enough to admit sometimes where our own players have made a mistake. People might see some decisions different, but what I will say is when I see decisions that have been made at another run and there's nothing happens, I just can't get my head around it. JFK, help me.
I know, but look...
No, help me.
Help me. Look, I think that we should never have appealed it.
I know that, but just help me with the consistency.
Well, we can't get into the consistency. Look, Brown was booked, so the referee made a decision, right? They were hunting for Fred because he's past demeanours, you know. So a 3-game ban was expected for me. I said that last night. They just need to be careful. They could get up to another 2 games. They gave him another 1 because he broke the threshold. But you know what annoys me really worse than the Fred one is Alan McGregor. Right, I've been reading a lot of things today and listening to a lot of things. It seems that Madden said he didn't see the incident with Alan McGregor, right? And that's why he never took any action. Now, fortunately, I've got the game recorded, so I watched it about 7 or 8, 9 times, the same sequence over and over. And Bobby Madden is standing looking at what happened, and he can see what happened, right? So Bobby Madden's done us a dirty there, right? Because if he'd have booked Alan McGregor, that would have been all done and dusted, right? He'd have booked him. Referee made the decision. It was a bad tackle, and he books him, gives him a yellow, and there's no retrospective. But what's happened here is that Madden's saying that he never seen Alan McGregor. Now, he's a liar. That's where the consistency isn't there for us, Oxia. Bobby Madden saw what Alan McGregor done, and if he warranted it was a booking, he should have gave a booking. If he didn't warrant it was worth anything at all, then why are they bringing Alan McGregor forward and giving him offering him a 2-game ban? But what will happen here is that Alan McGregor's past demeanours will go against him the same as Fred's did.
But the problem they've got with what they've done is if they go like come sliding up now and lifts their foot, they're going to get a 2-match ban, mate.
100% Ox, 100% Ox. Every single game in Scottish football now, if a goalkeeper comes out sliding to a centre forward, they should get a 2-match ban if they make contact with the centre forward.
But they won't, guys. It's Rangers we're talking about. Listen, see what happens tomorrow, right? You better believe if whatever happens tomorrow, they'll get booked, and that's the end of it, right? That's why the puddle drinkers get away with what they get away with, because the player was booked, and as far as they're concerned, the referee has seen and dealt with it, right? And that's where Madden done us a dirty. He did the days a solid. If he'd have booked Alan McGregor, that would have been the end of the matter.
Yeah, it would have been a penalty, Jimmy. It would have been a penalty then. It would have been a penalty.
Of course it would have been a penalty. Right, but that's a bigger picture. It would have been a penalty, Bridgeman. But what I'm saying here is there's a witch hunt against Rangers. I agree with what everybody's saying. Bobby Madden saw what happened, and he chose no to book Alan McGregor. And the reason being is he knew that he would get banned. Right?
Can I ask you a question? And this is me.
Don't make it too hard. Remember, it's Friday
the way
night.
I'm feeling. As things stand, I would rather McGregor took his too much ban and let us go on with it. We got a victory last night. I don't want them to think, because Oxford was mentioned a wee bit earlier, that they could maybe challenge a result. Eventually they'll challenge a result the way they're going. I'm quite happy now as we know, he's got done, accepted too much ban, and let's go on. Let's go on.
They'll only challenge a result, Bridge, though, if we keep letting it happen.
No, all I'm saying is it's a step, you know. What's the next thing they're going to do against the Rangers? Are they going to challenge a result because of something that happened? Rangers shouldn't have won that game, blah, 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 you know, that kind of thing.
Anyway, we'll be joined by a new caller. Evening, caller.
What's happening, Trips?
Who we got?
Hello. Stephen Fairshire, you alright?
Oh, Ricky Steve. We've got too many Stevies. I hope you're no big Stevie, are you?
I'm Big Stevie, alright?
Oh, all right. Self-praise is no praise at all, mate.
I was going to join that night, but it was mobbed on here, wasn't it?
Oh, Bob, I mean, it's fantastic, mate, the people that's taking the time to call. I mean, with the boy calling from Michigan the other night.
I know, I was laughing at that myself, in all honesty. Unbelievable.
You know, phoned in from Michigan, what he's saying about Alfredo, brilliant. But what's on your mind, Steve? Obviously, there's a lot of things happened. Is this your first time on?
No, Stephen Fairshire, I've been on many a time.
Yeah, you've been on a few times. Right, carry on, mate.
I was listening in the other night, and I think JFK, I think he was the only one that agrees with me. That's a red card all day long. I don't know why any of you can complain about that, in my opinion, honestly.
What do you mean? Fred, you've got me calling him Fred JFK, Alfredo.
Aye, I really do. I think it's a red. See, the way I look at red cards is, for our players, when it happens, I think to myself, if that's the opposition, would I want a red card? That's the way I work it out.
Fair comment. I've coached football, and not a great standard, but a decent standard. And when you're talking to players, when you're talking to young players, you're constantly trying to tell them, don't give the referee a decision to make, in particular a stupid decision. And you could argue that's we've let ourselves down there, Stevie, with the Fred one, and maybe even the Alan McGregor one, but these things happen in a game of football, in a battle. What's getting to me, Stevie, is what's happening elsewhere, and nothing's happening.
Ken, I'm the same as you. I'd like to think these things even are so throughout a season, to be honest. But we'll wait and see.
All right, we're going to put the Alan McGregor one in the lobby so that everybody can have a look and get their own thoughts. If you can look at anybody can look at the lobby. You'll see it now. It's been put in. Bridge, man, you're a great studier in the lobby.
Yeah, I can see it, pal. It's actually quite good angles and everything.
There's nothing in that, really. There's nothing in that.
I know, but he has
lifted his leg, and it depends what angle you see it.
Go on, pal.
Sorry, Bridge, I was just going to say, mate, see if you look at his head specifically, his head is facing downwards.
Yeah, McGregor.
He's not looking at Ferguson. His face is pointing to the ground.
So what's your point, Neil? Your point is that he's lifted his leg to protect himself. Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is...
I mean, it's a normal reaction. I'm not being rude, but it's a normal reaction that you do protect yourself.
People are saying they knew what he was doing, right? I've heard people saying they knew what he was doing. His face is pointing to the ground. He's not looking at Ferguson. So he doesn't know what he's doing.
He does know what he's doing.
He did know what he was doing. He did know what he was doing, man. He's looking at himself.
I've done it myself, man.
Whether he knows what he's doing is neither here nor there. You can see where Bobby Madden is.
Wait a minute. Before we go any further, somebody sneaked in the boys' gate.
Sorry.
The global ambassador. Evening, Mr. Global Ambassador.
Evening, gentlemen. Brilliant discussion. Can I just ask you something? Can you hear this? Can you hear anything? No. Can you hear anything? It's just I've got a new electric recliner. I was just worrying it might interfere with us.
No, you're fine, mate. You look comfortable sitting there, Biggie.
I look comfortable sitting there. I can't see any.
We can see you.
I'm more comfortable if you're in a mankini, Big Al.
It's funny you say that. I don't mean to bring humour into it, but I've just mac my balls on my ball hose.
Look, hey, sorry. Big Al, I put a nice wee present in the lobby for you the other night, but you weren't here.
I was at my work. Sorry, gentlemen.
Can I just ask?
Wait a minute.
Let Wheels go.
All right, on you go, Wheels.
I just wanted to ask something about the rules and see if any of you know. I think it was JFK that said if the player gets booked, that's it. End of story. Now, the Hibs boy gets booked.
We're going to come to that, Wheels. We're going to come to that, Wheels. We're going to come to that, mate.
Cool.
Yep. When you come, Big, I'll get your view on it and we'll go back to Stevie Pearson. If you're not speaking, can you go on mute? Because there's a lot of people on the call, please.
Well, I've not long ago, an hour and a half ago or something, I got up and I switched on the usual media and the world has imploded. My view on it is it is trial by media. Is that the right phrase? They've caught up with McGregor. McGregor's done a few things this season that he probably should have been punished for. Personally, I don't like him to being fly. If you're going to wrap the nut in somebody, wrap the nut in them. Don't do it fly. If you're going to challenge somebody, don't do it fly. It's the same with Morelos' challenge. Did McKenna's foot even hit him in the face? He lay down there, he expected. He knew what was happening. McKenna knew what was happening. McGregor knew what he'd done. And unfortunately, it's a calamity. Because I do think, to a certain extent, it's trial by media. We're going to have to suck it up. But the manager's going to have a serious word with these players. Do not, like Barisic the other week, there was the friendly when he took that challenge, man, and he's banging the ground and all that. You know what I mean? Toughen up, gentlemen. It's a man's game, it's a contact game.
I get your thing about decisions and that. I get your thing about decisions and if your players are sent off.
I'm going to say, I'm backing you up here, by the way, because that's what I heard you. It's the consistency as well. There's no consistency. That Simonovic or whatever his name is, he should be charged as well. Yeah.
And if a guy's playing against, if the Dundee Kilmarnock game is on and there's an incident happens in that, they'll then have to take 5 minutes to dissect that in the media live on television.
Oh yes,
so the whole country's talking about it. Yeah.
But
that's the consistency.
The thing is, we are the club that they all want to be, and none of them can ever be that. So the only way they try and get is their fly as well, if that makes sense. They have to do it round about the houses. They can't come out and say the X, Y, and Z because they have to be fly about it. That tells you a lot about their character. One rule for one rule for another, or it's either consistency across the board. And until things changing at the top in SFA or SPL, whoever it is, until you have that fair-mindedness within your BBC, within your red tops, with all that, this is how it's going to be. One way that we can alleviate some of that pressure is win the league. Yeah? Become the team that they hate even more because we're winning league titles and we're winning cups. See, when we start doing that, I don't care. I do not give a damn. But until we reach the top of the tree again, it's going to be like this. It's going to be like this.
I'll tell you another thing. One of the things we can do, we start by relieving the pressure, is being out and winning a football match tomorrow. Big Al, I'll take this. I'll take it round the panel. Pool Ranger.
Yeah, I'm going silent.
And then Stevie Fairshire. We need a better name than Stevie Fairshire, don't we? We need a better name. Come on.
Ham sandwich.
Ham sandwich. Ham sandwich. I'll think of a name for.
I'll think. I'll go and say. I'll get a good name.
You think of a name for Stevie. I'm not having Stevie Fairshire. On you go, Pool Ranger.
Same as Big Al. Ox, I said to you last week. The only way to shut them up is keep winning games and keep putting the ball in the back of the net. But can you remember all the challenges? Everything's getting pulled up. Is it just this season because they know that we're coming? Because it's not been like this for the last 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons in the SPL.
Very good.
Funny that. Stevie Fairshire.
Yo. Hello.
I just want to be treated the same as every team. If your players are going to get tried by media, every player in the Premier League should get tried by media.
100%, mate. Just getting back to the point, I don't know the fella just the other one before. I don't know his name. He was saying about
Big Al.
Eh?
Big Al.
He was saying about the. What was it? It's just went out of my mind now. Jesus Christ.
Was it the Mac? Or was he talking about? No, sorry.
He was saying about the manager and the assistant need to get right through them and get it into their heads that they can't be doing this. But what chance we got when McAllister on the press the other day was saying he's coming out and saying that he doesn't think that's a red card. What kind of message does that go through to the players? You've got to come out and be honest. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think the people in football management have ever been honest. What they say behind closed doors and what they say to the public, mate.
Some are, mate. Gerrard's normally honest. I don't know why he wasn't the other day. I don't know whether he kent all that criticism was coming on Morelos. I don't know. But they've got to be straight up and say if it's a red card for me.
Fair comment, honesty, no bad policy. GFK?
I agree with that. I think I said I don't think we should have appealed it. I think we should have just let it lie on what had happened before with Fred. You know, I think he got out of jail a couple of times, the same as Alan McGregor. But no, for me, the message that was sent out today, we were going to appeal everything that happens to us. And I just think that we end up becoming something like the puddle drinkers. You know, take the decision and let it ride. You know. Fred's culpable for a lot of things this season, and that one. Look, we can argue all we want. Was he intentionally putting his foot in the home oars, or was he no? Or no? To me, I think he was. That's my honest opinion. I said that, and it's unfortunate it's been increased to a 3-game ban. Alan McGregor, I know what you're saying that the other guy was booked in that, and they come in the compliance officer, but I still think if McGregor had get booked on the day, there's a chance he wouldn't have been banned, and that sticks in my throat more than the Fred one. But the gaffer's got to decide: is he going to appeal everything? I hope we don't go down that road, because that's happening every single couple of weeks now. We're appealing this and appealing that. We've got Jermaine Defoe and Big Laugh there as colour, so this is a lesson for Fred. And he's got
I hope you're putting Laugh in goals and no Defoe.
Well, I don't know. I'd rather him than Fodringham. I'm not a fan of Fodringham, as you know.
Oh, Fod's not let us down this season.
No, I know, but you know I'm a fan of him, but that's tongue in cheek. But I agree there, but you know that the Steve Fiescher said, no, look, the gaffer shouldn't be complaining and appealing all the time. Let it go. Take it on the chin. I know there's things happening with the puddle drinkers, the spoon burners, and the shaggers and all that, but let's let them have their moans and groans.
Right.
Hiding to nothing we were on the day.
I'm going to ask the panel this then, and Will's touched on it, and it wasn't something understood to know long before the show when I was having a word with Fox. So by the way, it's all right. He's just his voice. He's got a wee croak in his voice, and he doesn't want to be on at the moment. Me and Bridges' suits are back in cold storage. Bridge, I'll ask you this then, right? So, my understanding in all these crazy rules is if you get booked and the referee makes a decision, nothing can happen. So we've got the incident when the boy makes a bad tackle against one of their players in Wednesday night's game, gets booked, the other boy gets a serious injury. Then the referee turns around and says he didn't see the full incident, and he's then took before the compliance officer. Where does it stop, mate?
Yeah, God knows where it stops, pal. I think the game's done. All this crap's all done. Morelos has lost his appeal. We've lost Morelos' appeal. In my opinion now, if you just look back to Wednesday night and you see that the best player on the park, for me anyway, till he gets sent off, was Alfredo Morelos. The worst player on the park was the guy he was up against, which is McKenna, and he ended up getting a bigger ban than McKenna. And I think that's a tragedy, an absolute tragedy. He was absolutely brilliant up until that incident happened. I don't know. I personally didn't think he was touching it. I thought it was I think he was trying to get out of the way, but he let the legs get tangled up. I could be wrong. A lot of the guys in here think he was doing it and deserved a red card. So I'm happy. We're past that now. We need to go past that.
I'm not talking about that, Briggs. Come on, answer my question. Don't give me the politician's answer. I've asked you, the guys, if you're being booked, that's meant to be the end date. They can't go to the compliance officer. We have an incident in the day where the referee said he's not seen the full incident, but he's booked him, and then they're able to add to it. Mm-hmm. And they make the rules up as they go along. That's the question.
Well, if the referee makes a decision on the park, then that's it.
Yeah, but
but that was changed today, wasn't it? Because the boy
if the referee makes a decision on the park and gives a booking, makes a decision, whatever it is, that's the end of.
But what they've done today is
they've changed the rules.
They've moved the goalposts. Somebody help me.
They've moved the goalposts, but remember one thing. McGregor, okay, they've done the business and they're going to ask him for a two-match ban. The young lad went in and deliberately kicked McGregor. And okay, the referee booked him. Why are they not saying that should have been a red card, son? That's what the compliance officer should have done. They should have got him up and gave him a two-match ban. The same as McGregor.
But the compliance officer has honestly no up to the day because he's booked him. Nothing could be happened. And then we find out today, the referee can turn around and say, I never seen the full incident. Stevie Fairshire, help me. Help me understand.
Well, there's a big confusion here, so there is. Somebody was talking about that. Who was it that dived? I seen a clip of it. I don't know who it was, but he dived anyway. Aye, he dived anyway, right? But the refs decided that he's not gave a booking because he's not deemed it as a dive for whatever reason, which it was, but he's not deemed it as a dive. But for what I know is, you can only look into that if the penalty's given. See if the penalty's given, you can look into it then and it can get banned. But because he's not booked him or anything, nothing can be done.
Hold on, you can get booked for simulation and there's no penalty given. Many times as Rangers players ran through, what's the wee coloured like guy that played for us, he get clicked and down he went. You know what I mean? In the penalty area, and we thought we were getting a penalty and went up and booked him and got on with the game. So it's true that you don't need to get a penalty. You can get a booking. And that's
I'll be back there.
That boy last night did the worst dive in Olympic history, or international sport history.
Bridge, listen to the question. Help me out. Right, forget about the dive. The boy in the same game has made a foul, bad challenge, got booked, the boy's been carried off, and now they've changed the outcome. Up until the day, we thought if somebody had been booked, that was the end of it. Somebody help me out and explain what has happened. So the referee
Scottish football is corrupt and it can't be explained.
Right, maybe you've got the message. Big Al, you're away on the other side of the world. Help me, mate.
Would you want me to help you with waxing? I know what you're saying, big man. It's an absolute paradox. So there's a rule in place, but actually there's another rule that they've not told anybody about that they can invoke when they feel like it. Is that what we're saying to each other here? They made a decision. We all think that's a decision final. But wait a minute here, under this sheet of paper at the back,
we can change it.
There's another. We'll change it on the hop. That seems to be what's happened. Like, unless can you download the actual rule book online? Is there a PDF or anything for that?
Well, what I do.
Is that Gammon? Is that big Gammon Fairshire?
Aye.
Gammon.
You like that one?
No, man. You can do better than that.
Gammon. Right, listen. What I heard was the rules, because I was looking into it, obviously, for this, and the rules have supposedly changed at the start of this year. I don't know what rules, but maybe that comes into what you're looking for, Ox. I don't know, but the rules have changed. That's what I read at the beginning of the year.
When did they tell you that? 10 minutes ago? Because they just changed that, I think. That's the way it looks.
Just what I read at the beginning of the year.
They'll change it game by game anyway. So it doesn't matter. They'll change it game by game anyway.
I've got the name for you. I've got the name, Big Al. Ham Ranger.
Nah. The gammon comes from Ayrshire. Gammon was invented in Ayrshire. Or jambon. Right. You ever been to France? Has you ever been to France? Gammon, you ever been to France?
No.
Big Ayrshire jambon. That's French for gammon.
That's a bit of culture, Big Al. I like that. I'm really impressed, mate. I'm really
Ayrshire jambon. It's up to you. You pick what you want, big man.
The French are too arrogant. I wouldn't go to France.
We need some. I think we can do better. Right, Stevie, carry on. Right. But see when somebody said moving the goalposts, that'll be the next time we'll be doing. Defoe will be having a shot and they'll be moving the posts.
You've really got this bad, Ox. Are you all right?
Mate, I think I'm pretty fair, but I can't get the consistency or when the referee says this. We don't even know what's happening now.
See, at this point, should the club be coming out all guns blazing and say exactly what we are saying here? Right, where's the consistency? Please tell us. What can the SFA do? They say, we'll fine you for bringing the game into disrepute. No, you're not, because I'm not paying it. But you know what I mean? Just elevate this to the maximum. Just elevate it. Just come out all guns blazing and say, your heads are up your arses. We're wanting explanations here. Why are you changing the rules on the hop? Why? And specifically come out and say, Gerrard or whoever comes out and says, right, you've done our player. Why have you not done Mazorovich or whatever his name is, the beast for the East? Why have you not done him? Because his was equally violent conduct. You've done Morelos for violent conduct. You've done this, you've done that. Where's the consistency? Come out and name and shame these guys. Just come out. A total attack on the SFA.
And you come, Wheels. You've been sitting there quietly, mate.
Yeah, I'm confused over that whole thing, mate. I've been looking all day trying to find, because I know they say if you're booked, that's end it, but there's obviously some rule where it can be upgraded to a red, which has happened to the Hibs boy. I can't find the rule anywhere. It's nowhere. It doesn't exist. So it's picking and choosing. Do you know what I mean? It's looking at the instance and who it's for and who it's against and going, right, we'll make this rule for them.
But they seem to have that power, don't they? They seem to have that authority to be able to do that and think that it's fair. I'm assuming they think it's fair anyway. I can't see it. I don't see any fairness at all. I don't see any fairness at all.
I fully expected the shocker to know the rules by now.
And the man's a shocker. Listen, wait a minute. We've been joined by another caller. Evening caller.
Hello, Oxchair. How you doing? Big Stevie for the drum.
Big Stevie for the drum.
The voice of reason. The voice of reason.
Big Stevie.
My favourite Rangers supporter right? Drum Chapel.
Oxchair, I've been listening to you all night, man, and I just keep... Is it a surprise to you what's happened tonight? I said this last week in a call. We have been refereed at a different standard for a very long time now. Mainly this season, it's stuck out like a sore thumb. We get commentators commentating about us in a different level. The panels in the FS, you've just said it all night. You're looking for somebody to tell you we're getting robbed blind. They keep moving the goalposts to this manky mob in the East get their day 10 in a row. They're going to fling everything at us now. And I says to you back, the only way we can combat it is stick the ball in the pocket. And that is the only way we can do it. And that's the bottom line. We can. I knew it was going to happen tonight. Everybody knew it was going to happen tonight. McGregor's was a sending off, but so was the Aberdeen boys. I know. What do you call him? Ferguson, the boy Ferguson. He stuck the boot McGregor, retaliated. And retaliation is probably worse than what happened in the first place. And we knew that boy was going to get dragged up. We got the 3 points.
They never appealed theirs, Stevie. They never appealed theirs.
I understand that, but look, it's always going to be the case where they might let us win the battle, but we're never going to win the war. They might let us away with bits and bobs to take the bad look off, or he's only getting robbed and cheated. They are robbing and cheating us. We are getting refereed at a different level.
Would you agree with that? Or am I just paranoid?
I don't know if Wednesday night. Sorry, Paul. I don't know if we can talk about Wednesday night, because I'll be really honest with you. I thought the referee was all right on Wednesday night. The actual
but
referee.
But as JFK, Oxter, as JFK's pointed out to you, Bobby Madden, I've got the game taped and all. Bobby Madden clearly saw what went on with Alan McGregor. He's looking at it. He clearly saw what was going on. So the bottom line here is
10 yards away.
I know, 100%. Listen, guys, I don't care what anybody tells me. I go to the games whenever I can. I'm going tomorrow, I mean the whole battalion. But the bottom line is, we are getting refereed. Aye, we might win the battle now and again, but we're never going to win the war when it comes to refereeing in the SFA. You bet your bottom dollar on it. And that's the bottom line. And that's just how I feel. I said this to you last week, and I'm saying it again this week. And no doubt we're going to be talking about something else. The problem we've got is we need to learn to stop giving referees a decision to make. And that's where Stevie G's got to put his boot up their hole. Sorry for the language, but that's where he's got to kick them up the backside and say, oh, don't be giving them any reason. We're winning the game. Don't give them any reason. And that's just how it's got to be, or we're going to be talking about this time and time again.
Stevie, can I say something to you, pal?
Certainly, Bridgeman.
I agree 100% in what you're saying, but I have to say this. We have to get rid of the BBC away from our club. We have to get them away from sitting there and pontificating and telling us what's wrong and what's not wrong.
Bridgeman, Big Al, the global ambassador hit the nail on the head. Take them to task. See the BBC, take them to, we need to start taking these people to the task, take them, gone right ahead with them in the street term. We need to take them, because who's going to...
Sorry, Stevie.
You're on, no bother, we just need to take them to task. All us bears for years have been saying, when is your club going to come out and do the damage? And to be fair to them, they have been coming out the traps a wee bit and having a go back at certain individuals.
But not enough, Stevie. There's not been
not the way we would like. Not the way we would like, Al. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is...
Is that not the whole point, Stevie? They have to be doing it the way we want it done. See this gentlemanly contact, everyone will do it quietly and all that. See for a change. No. Get your teeth, show them your teeth, say we're going to fight back here. And at some point, they will realise they're getting bit off us. Then...
Let's call them out. Call them out, name by name. Call them out.
Aye, every one of them. Get somebody in there. Get somebody...
Oh, do you know what the problem is, buddy? See...
They're scared.
If I can... Al, can I come in there? See what the problem again is we've got. If we grit the teeth and come out and say, right, Celtic, blah, 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 right... Other teams jump in the bandwagon against us, and that's where it makes it hard for us all the time. All the time, all these other teams are sticking by. Don't forget what they've done to us. Every single one of them stuck together to get us away. And the bottom line is, that's the whole problem we've got. You can be honest with one team or whatever, but now you've got the other team doing that mob a favour. The bottom line here is...
Go ahead, Stevie, sorry.
The bottom line is, for me, Al, we're getting refereed at a different standard all the time. We're getting commentated on at a different standard. On the radio, on the TV, we're getting spoke about at different levels. Yet we're the ones that the blue dollars, the ones that's kept this whole thing going. You believe me?
Can I ask the panel something? So this is the biggest story in Scottish football at the moment. It'll be everywhere. Correct?
Yeah.
Anybody get any?
Yeah.
The biggest story in Scottish football today should be that mob at East End and the paedophile ring.
Stevie, you're learning, Stevie. You're going to have to get a script said to you, mate, because you're learning.
Well, that is in the papers here, by the way. About the paedophile ring, Kearney and all that. It's in the papers here.
It'll not be front news, will it? It'll be a wee tiny square somewhere in the middle of the paper.
It's in the papers. You can check it online. It's in the paper now. It's probably. I'm not wanting to get dragged in that alleyway, but it's highlighted more here. I would say maybe in Scotland.
On you come, mate. On you come, Stevie.
Just in the referee situation, I've said this before on here. I think the refs are absolutely terrible throughout the full league. I've seen incidents in every game. I'm not having. He's saying, "Oh, they're all against Rangers. They're all against Rangers." I'm just honest. I think the refs are terrible. I think they need to go full time. I think they're terrible for every team. Are they?
Stevie, I agree with you. The refs are bad in other games. You know, we're not the full league of one team. Now, the bottom line for me is they are terrible, Stevie. I agree with you. But see, when it comes to making a big decision, or we're going on a wee run and they could do something, find a way to stop us, it happens.
As you say, we just need to not let them have the decision to make, as you say.
Stevie, I'm as honest as you. Sorry, I'm as honest as you, Stevie. McGregor should have been sent off. That was a horrific tackle in my eyes, and he did know what he was doing. Right, I understand what Niels was saying. He was looking at the ground, but that was before he knew exactly where that boy was. They knew what he was doing. Morelos tried a wee cheeky stamp that never came off for him. The bottom line is what Bridge, maybe, I think it was Bridge or JFK was saying, Morelos on the ground, trial by media, what did they do? They went straight down to him, showed you hour and hour again him having a wee sneaky look through his fingers. Now that's what that panel will be looking at. And that's where they'll not do that about the beggars, the beast with the East. It'll not show you time and time again one of them looking through their fingers. It'll show you the most least angle that can help them out. And that's what I mean by the media and refereeing. Honestly, we're getting, if you're a Rangers fan and you think that we're getting fair play, then I don't know where you're coming from. I really don't. Because we only getting refed at
I'm not saying we're getting fair play. All I'm saying is the refs are terrible throughout Scotland.
They are, and I agree with you. Stevie, I agree with you.
They need to go to full time. I heard an interview today, Brendan Rodgers come out and called them amateurs.
Why would they need to go full time though? What good would that make them then?
It's not as if it's just us that's saying it about them. Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying to you. I know they're terrible. I'm agreeing with you.
But would that make them better referees if they were full time?
Well, that's a good point because somebody's talking about somebody
one at a time. Right, listen, lads, we've been joined by another couple of callers, but I'm going to ask everybody to hold a breath. We're going to have a tune. We've been joined by a caller. I think it's Blue Boy and also Boswell. But lads, we'll bring you in right after we have a tune. So everybody get themselves in mute. We're going to have a tune. Aye, that was brilliant. That was for everybody just to chill, catch their breath.
Bridge, man, I thought I needed your hearing aids there, mate. I've got my headphones in, it was deafening me.
That was loud, aye.
Brilliant, that was for the killer. Well, we've been joined by Blue Boy on the phone, and we've also been joined by Boswell. Evening, gents.
Alright, sorry, guys.
How we doing? We'll go to Blue Boy first, then Boz. How we doing, Blue? What's on your mind?
Absolutely scunnered, mate, but I'm not surprised. As I said to you last night, we discussed the fact that Rangers had put in an appeal, and I says, I hope they've got something up their sleeves. They obviously didn't. GFK and Bridge were talking about, we expected a 3-game ban. He got it, and as the rest of you have been saying tonight, listen, there's only one way we can get in about them, and that's putting the ball in the pokey and stop giving them decisions to make. And unfortunately, we can't differentiate anymore. You've got to look at this, and this all started for, much as a lovely wee guy, and he's been playing brilliant, but at the same time, Fred's giving them easy decisions, and he's giving them making it easy for them to kick us. That's the bottom line. And it's all right saying he's scoring his goals. We know he's scoring his goals, but he's giving them decisions. We've already got the radio companies, we've got the flipping TV companies, we've got the paper companies, we've got everybody against us. Why are they against us this season? For a simple reason, we're putting in a challenge against the puddle drinkers, as JFK says. Now, JFK is a bit like myself. He called into Radio Clyde for years and years and years, and I've noticed I've stopped calling, and JFK is basically the same, because we don't get anywhere anymore, because the whole radio station's been overtaken with them. And it's happened to all the press. It's happened to the whole media stream.
Yep.
And the only way we can combat it is pure and simple. It's like the thing we said there 5 minutes ago. They've got Stevie G and the rest of our management team. They've got to pour into our players and tell them straight, look, if he's only going to toe the party line, just go out and play football. Never mind giving them decisions to make. It's the only way we can beat them.
Here, mate. Here.
Well said, Blue Boy. Boswell?
Well, I think we're faced with more than just questionable refereeing decisions, and I've already said this week that I thought that the compliant officer is a busted flush. If they start coming out with compliance decisions on Saturday nights and Sunday mornings, I'll start believing that it's reasonable and fair. But until they do that, I'll think it's rigged and fixed. And it's not just, as I say, it's not just our refereeing decisions that are questionable here. You look at this one with Simovic. Now, I'm sorry, but an elbow like that, everybody can see it, and he's untouched. Now, this is what I'm always saying about on here. It's about being fair to everybody. We are not looking for special treatment and to be given special consideration. We're looking for things to be fair across the board, and they're not. I don't have a problem with how we're reported, because that's just people's preferences. See, if you don't like what you read in the Sunday Mail, stop buying the Sunday Mail. It's a simple decision. If you don't like what the BBC do, stop listening to the BBC. These are not difficult decisions. There's so many outlets by Bears for Bears. Go and find out. And if you've got Bears that don't know how to do it, help them and show them how to do it. We need to help one another battle against this. And it's by educating other Bears to say, don't read the Daily Record, don't read this, don't read that, don't go to the BBC, don't go to Snide, because you'll get nothing there that's interesting you. Go to the internet, here's how you do it. We're all capable of teaching people.
Boys, did you see the article or the blog by 1872 today?
No, I didn't.
I mean, it's interesting that you see about education, what it's showing people. Now, I don't think it was too condescending. It was saying, this is how you complain, and this is how you keep complaining, right to the top. What our enemies have done for years in the media. And maybe if we woke up and realised we were in a battle maybe 6 or 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, we would have been in this mess.
Well, the thing about that as well is that through the 90s, we were too busy winning things. But they were too busy. Like I said, I keep saying Celtic support and how the BBC are and how Radio Clyde are is their guerrilla organisations, and they only need to get it once right.
My trouble in the 90s was this jockeying party kept playing all these tunes that I liked.
Blue Boys, right? I recognise who Blue Boy is now. I was a regular phone-in or caller in Radio Snide for many years, and like him, I was getting nowhere to an extent.
Don't listen to that. He doubled his wages when he came on here.
I get 2 lollipops. No, it's as Boswell said there. No, don't watch it if you don't want to hear the rubbish, and don't read it if you don't want to read the rubbish. But you know something? I'm a great believer in keep enemies closer, and you want to know what they're all about and what they're doing. Me and Bridget have a conversation.
I agree with that, JFK, but I think what you can't do is let it upset you and just go and get your proper information from other sources, but know what they're about. Oh, absolutely, know what they're about, yeah.
Yeah, of course, but I mean, me and Bridget had a conversation the other night about the BBC. I wasn't really watching it that much, and I did start to watch, and I'm blaming the Bridge for that, right? Because the curiosity got the better of me, and I
you end up just upsetting yourself, really?
Well, I did. I ended up falling in line with Bridge because I wanted to find out exactly because Bridge was coming out with some comments, and I was kind of doubting him at first. So I started to watch it, and then I really know what he's talking about. But it's enemies closer, Boswell. You need to know what they're all about. We just can't know.
I agree. I'm completely in agreement with that. But the thing is, when you've got separate entity FC over the other way being refereed in a much more light and inobtrusive way, whilst we are being hammered. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but I disagree with most people on here. I don't think there was anything wrong with Alan McGregor coming out and taking the ball the way he did, because I think that the Ferguson was looking for contact. That's just my opinion, and how everybody else sees it is fine. But I don't think there was anything wrong with that. And what I would say to the SFAs, no, not happening, at all.
See, the thing is, but Boswell, I've not been rude because we know each other, but when you played the game, you know when somebody's, I think the term was maybe sleek it was used, but maybe you're leaving a calling card, and you don't have to be looking at somebody to do that on the football park.
Yeah. Oh no, I get that. No, I didn't play for
I know that, mate. I know that. I'm not being.
No. I don't take it like that at all. That's just how it is. No, I get that. But the thing about that is that this is football. It's a contact sport.
You still watch it, and you still see. Yeah. We'll still see two different things, mate.
Well, that's the good thing about it. That's the good thing about it. Yeah.
On you go, Stevie.
Ox, I'm going to pull out, mate. I'm going to go
right,
a list of dishes.
Did you sleep at the dishes today?
No, she wants to go to bed, boys.
All right.
So you mean you're not really pulling it. You're putting it in.
All right, we'll just hold on. You'll be back in 2 minutes.
We're back in about a minute and a half, boys.
We'll just leave the microphone open then.
Is that
going to do me a favour,
mate? Is that including the ham sandwich?
Going to turn your camera off.
I think I was asking for a ham sandwich.
Turn it round.
Right, good night, Stevie.
See you later, Stevie.
You enjoy yourself, Stevie.
Ox, as Bridge says earlier on there, after we rewound it umpteen times as well, see Bobby Madden, for them to come out with the excuse that he never seen the incident with McGregor and Ferguson. But he was right in what he said. That was pure lies. He was looking straight at the incident. So what's his next course of action? He either books McGregor or he has to give a penalty. Would we I'd rather had that. At the same time, we're talking about being consistent. There isn't any consistency. That's the bottom line. There isn't any consistency. They're out to get us at all costs. And the only way you can combat it is winning games.
So it starts tomorrow, right? I'm going to change the whole mood, the whole thing.
Ox, can I just say I've got an answer for you, mate?
Well, as long as it's not too good. On you go, bro.
You were looking for an answer earlier on in regards to the rules, and I've got one, right?
Go on then.
it can be upgraded from a yellow to a red if it's seen as violent conduct or serious foul play. Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing it went under the serious foul play part because it certainly wasn't violent conduct, but that's the reason Hibs boy got upgraded to a red. So,
yeah.
All right.
See, in regards to the consistency thing, just really quickly, right? Somebody should ask Stevie Clark in his next press conference, Stevie, you're wanting consistency, so should everyone play on grass pitches?
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll go.
And should everybody come out the same as Steve Clark whenever his team are playing other teams and turn around and say, like, Steve, can you imagine Stevie Gerrard coming out after a Rangers game and talking about a Kelly Dundee game and saying, well, who's that boy no booked?
Aye, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Our managers just wouldn't do that, and rightly so, but yet Clark went and put our noses out of joint by intervening. Why? Because he's pandering to the puddle drinkers, as JFK calls them. That's exactly what they're doing, and they're all doing it.
An interview. It's an interview for the mob across the way. That's what it is.
When Brenda goes, exactly.
Oh, yeah, it's an interview. Absolutely.
Of course,
it's been that way for the whole season.
I can't believe you.
Exactly.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it?
Anyway, just changing the subject and changing the mood. We have got a game of football to play tomorrow. 5:05 on a Saturday night kickoff.
Right, guys, who do you think should play up front for starters?
5:05. The Mora. Stevie for the drum. What's for team you want to be?
Well, I think you're going to go with Big Ford, aren't you? Big Ford, and then it's for me.
Is McGregor actually banned tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, he's banned on Monday.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's banned tomorrow. That's what I was saying to you last night. He is. That's why they brought it. That's why they brought that hearing forward to the day.
He's been offered a 2-game ban, but there's the appeal process. No?
We've got to.
Aye, that's right. Unless they. No, it's on Sky. It says if Rangers appeal it, then he can play tomorrow. If they don't appeal it, he can't play tomorrow.
No, there's a hearing on Tuesday. He's playing them on the Reddit, honestly.
Seriously?
Yep.
Aye. We've got till Tuesday to appeal, so he is free to play tomorrow.
Right, so is that changed your thinking, Stevie, for the drum?
Oh, definitely, aye. So I'll go for Niven, Richie Shearer, Kildown, Greg Kinner and Bass. But I thought me that one. But no, well, if that's true, it's got to be Shagger but in the sticks. For me, it's got to be Tav, and then you're going to have Goldson, Katic, and Barisic, and then I would have Jack McCrory. I don't know about Arfield, you know that? I think the boy needs a rest. I would go for Davis, aye. I think the boy needs a rest. The last couple of games I said that he was chasing shadows earlier on the night. So I would go for Stevie Davis, and I would go for Defoe, Kent, and Candyman. But the wee Candyman will need to get his finger out a wee bit again. So that would be my 11 ox. And what carry on in it, really, man. That's just, I think we'll be able to do it. Surely we've got enough in our tank to at least take it back to Ibrox, you know what I mean? So,
Bridgeman, do you see it much different for that? That would maybe be my team if they're all fit.
100%.
I personally think a straight swap from Morelos to Defoe. The rest of the team would, providing that's the way the Rangers want to play it with McGregor, and they hold off to any appeal or whatever. So if they went in tomorrow and says, right, yeah, we'll accept the ban, 2-game ban starting today, then fine. It's all right with me. But if McGregor's going to play, if he's available, play him. And the rest of the teams, to me, stays the same, with the exception that I would keep them infield the same to start with, and I'd most assuredly I'll be able to put Defoe in. I'm sorely tempted to say Big Lafferty, you know.
So
maybe he's one we can bring on.
That'd be interesting. What's anybody's views just quickly on the kick-off time? 5:15 on Saturday night.
Atrocious.
This is what happens when you let television get involved, and they can start talking.
It's a wee bit better for me.
Good for you, Al, but JFK, sorry, Stevie for the drum, what's your thinking?
Oh, it's interfering with my love, Dora Kebab. It's a disgrace, so it is at time. Listen, it's Sky Telly's predicting out. The telly, the games are predicting everything. The TV's predicting it, and it's just...
And what channel's it on tomorrow night? At 5:15?
Is it Premier? Is it Premier, is it on?
Premier Sport. Premier Sport.
The telly's predicting everything. I remember we used to play football at 3 o'clock on a Saturday.
Many moons ago.
You had some memories, Stevie.
Aye, but that's just how listen, Ox, I'm going to go, but see that old boy called you the other night there? He came on and he was ranting and raving. By the way, how good was that call? That was fantastic, man.
John he says, he was talking about the kick in the home Oz. And man, I was rolling up. I thought that's absolutely fantastic, man. That was brilliant.
I used to be known as Bits.
He was
his
a good
favourite Patsy Clyde song was I Fall to Pieces. Right, guys, listen, I'm going to retire and let you carry on. I'll give you a wee phone tomorrow coming home for the game, and hopefully we get the right result. But guys, listen, please, we're Rangers. Let's get behind the team. The boys that are still there are capable of doing it. Let's hope that Stevie G can get behind wee Fred and tell him to wrap the naughtiness. And the only way we can beat all the Terriers is stick the ball in the net. And that's the Bolton line. And let's hope it happens tomorrow. All right, guys, good night. I love you all. No surrender. All right, see you later.
Keep it going, Stevie. Keep it going for the
Yes, Bridge, man. Take care. Phone you tomorrow, lads. JFK, see you tomorrow, mate. Right,
Stevie, I've run out of money.
Don't worry, the Huskies coming down with in a sleigh. You'll be sorted tomorrow, mate.
Can you put a tub of wax in as well? His arse is getting hairier.
Big Al, you never heard that. Wax.
Big Al, you need a GCB to do his undercarriage, believe me.
You had a good look, like.
Aye?
Not at all, mate. Not at all. No.
I'm going to have to pull it as well.
I'm pulling it. Good night, guys.
Stevie, if you're online here, webcam up. Right. Take care, gentlemen.
Right, good night, Big Al. You look after yourself, yeah?
I will do, man.
Speak to you soon. All right, a bit of sanity back, mate. I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow night. We're just like Aberdeen. We're due them one tomorrow, yeah?
Definitely.
Aye. We should do them tomorrow. Without Alfredo. Definitely. I've not got any fear of tomorrow. I think 2 or 3-0 for me, easy. I might shut his mouth. He's just a wee yam. Definitely do. I hate him. There's a good picture on Facebook tonight. You know, there's him standing on the park. It says Kelly's got grass on the park. That's what it says.
Kelly's got grass in the park.
Kelly's got the grass in the park.
She put a diamond in the do you know something, lads? That's my fear for tomorrow night. See that ruddy plastic pitch? Honestly, that puts a fear into me. You're waiting and players getting it crocked all the time. It's a big leveler. The ball doesn't bounce right or nothing.
And if you're playing and training on that every day, I know we've got a surface like that in Murray Park, no Murray Park, the Hummel Training Centre, sorry. But to train on that, I think if you're on that, that's all you do. I reckon that's worth about at least 15 points a season to them. I really do.
Definitely.
Aye, so they are.
Definitely a different team for that reason.
I have to agree with you. I think that Hamilton would have been, shall we say, relegated a long time ago. The grass pitch, seriously. And
Livingston
probably find it hard as well. They'll really find it hard because if they keep dropping, they'll end up getting relegated, and then they're going to have nothing. They'll have nothing behind at all.
Pool Rangers. How you see this lining up? Are you similar to Stevie for the drum? Oh, I lost Pool. On you go, Wheels.
I was just going to say, mate, I don't know about yours, but I'm a bit of a fan of rotation when it comes to the cup games. I know we always say player strongest team and all that, but
who are you going to rotate tomorrow?
So here's my team for tomorrow. Controversial as ever, right? So we'll go with McGregor because we know he's safe between the sticks, right? But I would go with Halliday, Katic, Goldson and Tav at the back. I would go with Arfield and Davis and Koulibaly in the midfield. And I would go Lafferty on the left, Candace on the right and Defoe up front. Bit of rotation.
All right, so you've dropped ball. I can.
So who have we got as a sub then? If one of our strikers gets cropped?
Well, I suppose in the cup games you want to bring a couple of the young boys in the subs bench and all.
Do we know what to win the cup?
No, I know that, but you always I'm just going through what you see. You know, you always see kind of a couple, maybe one or two of the young boys on the bench. Always tends to happen. So
I get what you're saying, but I would have went with the team that they mentioned earlier on. I would have dropped Arfield and I put Davis in. But something at the back of my head tells me that Lafferty's going to get a game tomorrow.
Say Defoe gets injured. Right?
No, just that. That's what I think he might do, because he might think if we've got to just go direct. Therefore, if you're going to go direct, you would need to play Lafferty. You know what I mean? It depends how the gaffer sees it.
Aye. If you were going with my line up there and say Defoe got injured, I would push Lafferty up front and bring Kent on the left.
I think the thing about if this been a Wednesday night with a week game coming up on a Saturday, things might have been different. But I think we've now got
That's a point. That's a good point.
We've got a spare week now.
I think we're going to depend a bit more on Kent because of his ability to actually play football. A clever player. So we might depend on him because we don't have Alfredo. He's another one that can play football. So we've not got very many good football. I mean, actual ball players. I don't mean no can't play football, but actual play with ball, beat men and find a pass. Davis would.
No, he's one best spread. He's one best spreads as ball player without a shadow of a doubt.
I was just going to say, Davis can play football, can find a pass, but would we chance Davis on that pitch tomorrow? I don't know.
You've got to watch the ball playing. You can get sent off for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, look what happened when we played the Diamond against Kilmarnock the last time. It cost us a game. We were too narrow. We didn't have our width. And
that's right.
That's a big thing for Rangers. We need our width. We need Candace. We need the Candyman on one side and Kent on the other. I wouldn't fiddle about too much with the team. I would expect, as Oxyere said earlier on, I would expect probably Fotheringham to be in goal tomorrow because that's what he likes to do. I would give Halliday a game. I'd give Davis a game. But I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it too much, guys. Maybe 3 changes at the very most. Maybe 4, including the goalkeeper. But I don't think we should go down the narrow route with Kilmarnock, especially in that. I think we should stick to our 2 wide men. No, let's not tinker tomorrow. Let's do this mob tomorrow.
Plus the fact we've won 4 games in the trot, JFK. We want this 5th, and we want the continuity. And to have the continuity, we've got to play to our strengths. And as you say, it's playing with 2 wingers.
Definitely.
Without a doubt.
See if we win the next 2 games. And we're pushing on. Is it Hamilton after that? And I don't want to look too far ahead. Is it Hamilton? We also have
St
Johnstone
on Saturday. We play Kilmarnock this week and then St Johnstone on Saturday. If we win the 2 games and then we're pushing it to the Dundee game, obviously Fred's you've got to be calling him Fred. Alfredo's bands begin to up and things. The momentum's still running, and that's how I think there'll be limited changes tomorrow night. It's important that we keep this momentum going.
Of course it is.
Two up front no more.
Well, you see, that's how I said that I've got a funny feeling he might stick Lafferty up there just for that reason. But at the same time, you're substituting a winger. I think he would stick with Kent, and I think he would drop Candyman. But who knows?
And if you're talking about performances, Diaz was anonymous. He was anonymous on Wednesday night, Bridge.
I don't think they would play Lafferty and Defoe. I think he would play just the one of the two.
No, I think he'll play two. The reason for it is because the part's terrible and it's hard to control the ball. So I think at times they'll go for height up front. To be honest, to flick
just hit it up front.
That's what I think.
Aye, because we've no get somebody like Fred that can hold the ball up the same.
No,
so as you're saying, they might just play Lafferty for that simple reason, so that if they've got to take the midfield, just punt the ball up.
I'm not a big fan of Lafferty, as I've said on here before, but I think for that game, I think it'd be good for height up front in that plastic park because there's not a lot of football to be played on it.
That's right. Yeah.
And by the way, I mean, it's not the end of the world if we come away with a draw tomorrow and we're still in the cup, innit? It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world, but you want to beat them. Well.
We shouldn't even be thinking of draw. We should be able to put out any team tomorrow to beat them.
I want to do them there's a couple of reasons. One of them being the sarcastic tone of their manager, but we want to put one down because we've got to play them again. Maybe twice. Have we got to play them twice again?
Yep, still got twice in the league. That's if they're in the top six, of course.
Aye. We've got to play them twice again, so we want to put a marker down.
We don't want to be drawing tomorrow and get into some sort of replay, and it gives an extra midweek game out.
Gives us extra games, exactly.
The fixtures are piling up.
Aye, because look, the puddle drinkers, as I said last night, I've got 2 European games that will probably impact on their squad and their injuries. And it will, mate. So we don't need that. We should go tomorrow and we should be professional in what we're doing and rely on the manager to do that. I can understand these guys saying that we don't want to maybe be playing the 2 wingers because of the situation that we've got on that rubbish part, but I want to go and do them well tomorrow and continue on to the next game. I mean, we'll have Fred back for the Dundee game because I'm quite pleased in the way. I know this might sound daft, guys, to a lot of people. That I spoke about this about Fred's on his 5th booking and he's due a booking for a ban, and I didn't want him banned for the games against the Spoon Burners and the Puddle Drinkers. So I've got him back for them now. So the games will be back for will be Dundee, Spoon Burners, and then the Grasses team at Ibrox, and then the Puddle Drinkers at Pedo Dome. So we've got them back for that. So let's be positive on that and see what the gaffer puts out tomorrow.
JFK.
Yes, mate.
See once he comes back for his 3-match suspension, do they allow kids continue?
Aye, they're on his count,
So he could come back, get a book, and then be off for 2 again.
That's right. That's how it could have went to 4 and 5 today.
That's what we were saying last night, pal. Yeah.
That's right, Bridge. Aye.
As much as he's a cracking player, I don't know if we can put up with that every now and again. To be honest,
certainly know when we're right in the hunt and it's business end when it's games that you must win. It's a big risk.
He wants to get rid of the extra 2 games ban that's hanging over him. If he's going to get rid of it before the split.
Oh, aye, definitely. Listen, guys. See if we think back to the last time we played Kelly when they beat us. We could have been 4-0 up in the first 20. I think it was the first 17 minutes. We were all over them, and then we know what happened with Big Worrell. So see the likes of tomorrow. I don't care what team he puts out. We should be able to hammer them, and with a bit of luck, you beat them quick and early, and then they can take like Kent or whoever off guys that we're really going to need for the big games and give them a rest and put on other players. We should get right for the throat for the first whistle.
Anyway, can I cut across? We've been joined by George Logan. Evening, George.
Alright, Ox.
How we doing, mate? Alright?
Aye. No bad. Just about there, I think it was Stevie that said that. Big game tomorrow, a massive big game. I'll take a draw like you as well if I've got to take a draw, but I think we can win the game tomorrow. That's the thing. We got beat half of them the last time. Your man just said that we should have been up 4-9. That last time we beat them. They're on a hard pitch, Ox, and it's got into some people's heat. The pitch does get into some people's heat, but the thing is, they're no world beaters, Ox. Okay, we will beat them tomorrow. We've got the better team. If our team's up for it as much as their team's up for it, we win. If we play, we win. It's simple as that. Having wee Fred missing tomorrow has got to be massive. Of course, it's got to be massive for us. But the thing is, we still got the better team, Ox, and that's what we've got to remember. We've got the better team, better players, and what we need to get out of here is playing in that park. They beat us the last time, and I can't be struggle against them, but. If we're up for this game tomorrow, we win the game. It's as simple as that. And I say that a couple of times as well, the way I spoke about them. But some people are talking like they're world beaters because they didn't get beat at Hamox. They play a certain brand of football, and that's what they do. And we need to break them down and win this game tomorrow. Simple as that.
Did they not get beat by St Mirren the other night?
The Druid Dundee.
Druid Dundee, sorry.
Well, I was gutted. One of my all-time favourites, Kenny Miller, missed a penalty.
Oh, last
minute. Last kick in the body.
I bet you were gutted, Ox, yeah.
The thing is, Ox, we need to, like I said there, if we're up for it as much as they're up for it, as much as Aberdeen were up for it the other night there, and every other team that comes to play against us or we go to play against, we'll win the game because we've got better players. I think Steven Gerrard's starting to see how much we're disliked in Scotland, how much we're, and I'm going to say this, and again, we've not won nothing in how many years, Ox, but I think we're feared in Scotland now because of our fan base, because of who we've got as our manager, because of the stature of our club, and everybody kens it's coming back, and it's starting to annoy people and starting to get in people's goat, Ox, that we're actually coming back. And I'm not saying we're coming back and we're going to this and we're going to that and we're going to do the next thing. We're back to something where we believe we should be as Rangers fans. We've never been away. We've always been there, battering away, trying to get our team back to top. I think we're really close to top now, and teams in Scotland are starting to say, Ken, son, wait a minute, we're going to have to start kicking this team again to get them to go back.
Exactly.
It's getting Scotland. That conversation on TalkSport today when they were raving about Rangers and Steven Gerrard and all that, they didn't rave about anybody else in Scotland, Docs. They raved about Rangers. So we need to start standing up, wearing the jersey and winning these games.
I listened to that last night, George. I thought it was excellent.
I thought it was brilliant. I really did. I think, and that gives me that wee bit of belief. And I said, Ken, something, we need to start believing in these players. They're doing us a job. They're wearing our jersey, and I think we can start winning more games than we're losing.
George, was that the one I told you about last night with TalkSport?
I listened to it.
It was good, Docs, wasn't it?
Yeah. I enjoyed it, mate. I enjoyed it. Adrian Durham's been very complimentary over the years, mate, because I think he understands the club, yeah.
It was well. It's something we don't hear up here. Put it that way.
What they said in that conversation is when they says there was games on in Scotland and England the other night, the FA Cup and all that. What these guys have chosen to watch Rangers. There's a reason for that, Ox. And we've all been raving. Now, I ken we've got a manager who's this is his first job, and we were all a bit, how's he got to take his job? He's took a big massive gamble with taking the Rangers job, because if it didn't go right for him, Ox, he was snookered at the end of the day. So people are starting to look up, and he's well renowned in English football, and people are starting to take a right good look at it now. And they're not bothered about him across the city when he came to manage that team, but they're more bothered about this guy. And I think we've got a great ambassador for our club, by the way. So I think we need to start winning all these games, fighting for everything, no surrender, the attitude. It's got to be.
Just when you said that, George, I don't know if you've seen, I don't do, or you might have done it because I know you do Twitter and you're a celebrity on it, but did you see the picture that Stevie posted when he came after the
his wee boy with the Rangers tap? Aye.
His wee lassie, you mean?
Was it? No, I thought it was a wee boy.
His wee boy.
No, it was his son. It was his son because she's the youngest.
He's the youngest.
I seen a photo. 100% I seen a photo of Tay with a wee lassie with a Rangers top.
No, wee boy born Tay with a dummy on.
That's right. That was this morning's one.
It was a beezer, wasn't it? It was a beezer.
And see the very fact he allowed that to go. Let's be honest, he was born and brought up a Liverpool man. So if anything, he would have had a Liverpool shirt. See the very fact he was wanting to put that, knowing that was going into the Scottish press. What does that say about the guy? Tremendous.
I think he gets it, mate. He comes from good stock. He gets it.
Of course he does. I'm for a score and a penalty the moment 94. That's what I'm on.
See that?
And Steve Clark to be raging at the end of the game.
I was just going to say there could be a bit of karma tomorrow because you remember. Clark
Are you sure that's no 49?
Mate, I was quite shocked when I seen 94 right enough.
When you go,
you remember Clark was shouting for the 40 to be banned, and now he could be playing tomorrow. Can you imagine if he scores the winner? How raging!
I've got to be really honest with you. I think Steve Clark, I'm not having a go at him. I think he's done a reasonable job at Kilmarnock. But I think he really let himself down because whether you like it, although I didn't think that was a penalty, but Defoe never dived. There's a difference.
He's a wee snake.
He is. He's a good manager. He's just not likeable now.
Nah, he's not even a good man. He's a wee snake. He sneaked about the English Premiership for years, taking people's jobs and all that. No time for him. He's a wee drunk.
He is a good manager. They were doing the bottom. Come on, credit where it's due. But I don't like him now.
Nah, never have liked him. He's a wee terrier.
Something else was mentioned. Jimmy, when they says about that one, of course, the City came in and done it. He's done a reasonable job at them, but he was coming in to play against nobody. He's winning trophies against nobody. Let's be honest about it. Steven Gerrard's won absolutely nothing yet. Kenny's won absolutely nothing. But for where we've came from, what he's done for us the last couple of months, last season, let's say, he's done a great job. Kenny's really done a great job for what we've got to work with. I keep saying we've won nothing, but we're getting there, Jimmy.
George, you only need to look at the stadiums, mate. Ibrox is fault of the Gunnels. You know that, and I know that, and all the guys on here know that. And you look at all the other gruns, even the puddle drinkers, you look at their games. Big empty spaces.
It was empty the other night. You're right, Jimmy.
All the boys that went to Aberdeen, I heard there was 1,900 seats still empty. There must have been more than that. You know, wherever we go, we follow. We always follow. And we fill Ibrox no matter who we're playing. And yet, no, they're all trying to make it out that they are the biggest club in the world. There is only one big club in the world, and that's the Glasgow Rangers. It's full of other people.
Exactly.
Listen, guys, can I read you a wee poem? I just get sent this wee poem. My cousin sent it.
Where they have to get tucked in with a hot water bottle for?
It's very quick. It's very quick. They told us we were finished, but they said we won't survive. But 1 year down the line, the Glasgow Rangers thrive. The haters tried to kill us. They still can't let it lie. The club they love to hate so much will never ever die. The Rangers are a family, so much that we can say that even when we hit our lows, we never walk away. So listen, all the haters, the traitors and the scum. Our history remains intact. Glasgow Rangers, #1.
Brilliant.
Did you write that in your sleep, Bridge, man?
No, my cousin said to her.
That was good.
He's just reading one of his tattoos.
There you go. There's your new 10 o'clock thing, poetry from the Bridge. That's your new 10 o'clock.
No.
The Bard of Rangers Radio.
Shut up, I'm going to get Bard.
The Brigton Bard.
The Brigton.
You'll get me, Bard.
He's got all his poetry looked out for during the week for his missus.
That was lovely, wasn't it? That was really nice.
The Drum Chapel Scriber.
Shocker.
The Maryhill Magician.
The Maryhill Magician.
All of you, shockers.
It's a shocker.
Shocker.
Right, so how's the game going to go tomorrow, Blue Boy?
3-1.
Yep. Pool Ranger.
No, wait a minute. No. I don't want him scoring at all. 3-0.
All right, good man. Pool Ranger. Oh. Wheels.
I'm going to steal a line for Bridge and say I'm allocations in order, so I'm going for 4 or 5.
You're stealing a line for Bridge. It's a 1-0.
I'm just going to follow in line and use the word mollication, and it's going to be a shocker tomorrow, and a Defoe hat trick, and I'm going to go for 5-0.
Oh, brilliant!
George Logan.
Oh, see, I've already said I want a big, massive win tomorrow, but Kim, I want more than anything else. I want our players to go, and I don't think we were great the other night there, but we've got 100% commitment off every one of the guys, and we're starting to see that. They're starting to see the Rangers way and how we want and how committed our fans are. If they do that tomorrow, Hawks, we'll win the game, and that's all I want off our team tomorrow. 100% off every one of them.
All right, George.
Well said. Well said.
Bridgeman.
I'd love it to be. Well, I'm going to go for a 1-0. And I want it to.
Surprise! I'm shocked at that.
I want to go and mollocate them and then pump them. So
have we actually had a 1-0 win this season?
Eh?
Have we had a 1-0 this season?
No, not really. No.
No, in the league.
I just wanted to
don't think we have.
Get through to the next round. That'll do me fine.
All right. I
don't think we've had a 1-0.
No, I don't think we have.
No in the league. No, we have in Europe, but no in the league.
That's right, aye. No, we've not had it in the league.
I can't remember. I wouldn't know either.
But Brent, you're a shocker. 1-0, you're a shocker.
We had that.
I'll start off and say I'll be happy with a 1-0. I really want to mollocate them and then pump them. That's what I want.
Of course we do.
Guys, you're forgetting the biggest 1-0 of all.
Aye, right enough, aye.
Of course.
Ibrox against the puddle drinkers.
Why? How did we all forget that one?
There was also a 1-0 against Hamilton at home.
Was it?
Was that JFK was leading us astray there and making us forget?
No, you were talking about mollifications.
Mollification?
Aye.
Mollification.
Jimmy, you're a shocker right enough.
Oh, you better believe it.
Teak in the lobby says the panelists' forecasts are usually well out. I'll just stick to a 1-0.
Well, him in the panel, I told you, 94 year candy a penalty.
But you know the sad thing about the morning's going to be is that, see, when we all sit and watch it wherever we are, I mean, I don't go to the away games, you know, I've had my fill of that, same as Ox Jerry other years and Bridgeman and things like that. But there'll be big empty spaces at his gun tomorrow, and that's sad. You know, many Bears want to get into that game tomorrow, and they just lock us out. It's bloody ridiculous. And something should be done about that. There's
something quite strange about that and sinister. The club want as many people in to see the game because that's what it's about. What's your audience going to be? For them to, and a lot of clubs do it, playing against the Rangers, and they give the Rangers a bit of a standard, they're giving them a full stand, and it's packed. And you look down the sides, and it's just empty. Huge sides of empty seats.
Did that not happen to Aberdeen in the Cup? They fought for tickets and all that. There was a big argument about it, and then they never filled the stadium.
Yeah,
shocking, just shocking.
But it depends what platform that you're watching the game tomorrow, wherever you may be in the world. But I have got it on good authority that in the studio tomorrow is going to be Mark Warburton for Premier Sports.
Oh no.
No.
God forbid if he sees a going for 55 thing.
I know he's big shitty interview was but seemingly that's who is going to be in the studio. Him and Ali McCoy seemingly.
Look, whether we believe it or no, you're always going to be positive and say going for 55, aren't you?
I don't understand the his stupid interview that they pulled in because I mean we believe it's going to be 55. We don't need them. If the manager doesn't believe it, then that's his problem. Especially a tip for him.
Jimmy, do you remember the song?
Why would he even come out with that?
Guys, do you remember the song? And when we get promoted, we're going for 55. Why did he not say it? That was a Magic Hat song. That's what we
I'll be honest, we're first season up. I didn't think we were going to do it, but I don't criticise fans for For thinking it, you're not going to say you're going for second place.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't pay my season ticket money every season to go and say I'll be great. We're going to finish second this season. I want to see my team win the league.
You know, Jimmy, I absolutely idolise Mark Warburton, and the guys on here know it. All the panellists. I used to sing that Magic Hat song all the time. I loved it, and I was number one for him, definitely for Stevie Rangers. But
there's only one thing you can do with a Warburton, that's toast it.
I think he is toast now.
His breed went mouldy after a while.
Yeah. It certainly went mouldy now, guys. Certainly went mouldy now.
Bridge, I agree with you. At the time, I really liked him and all, but she coming out with that comment after what had happened and everything, he'd no need for that, because he knows that he's only getting Rangers fans' backs up. The very fact he was willing to do that, I don't understand it, to be honest.
Another ex-Ranger, look, sounds like an Uncle Tom. Unbelievable.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. I sometimes can't understand that if you look around all the pundits in the areas that have pundits on it, and it's so how shall we say, there's so few Rangers supporting pundits or Rangers backing pundits. They don't back us at all. They tend to try to be impartial, but their impartiality goes the other side, you know.
One way, the other way.
That's correct. Absolutely.
Bridge, can I ask you a question? How can you say that about Warburton after he tried a sneaky on us?
Say what, pal?
Well, did you rate him as a Rangers manager?
Oh, I'm saying to you, when Warburton came up, I was a cheerleader for him. I loved him, and we got that song about him. Warburton's hat, Warburton is magic. He wears a magic hat. Absolutely loved it. Every time we sung it, he knows for 2 seasons we sang that for him, and he knows fine well we're going for 55.
He was a stats man.
Yes, I know. I understand that.
Possession, and we played well a day with 29%. This and 95% that. Now, he's a rat
turned
bag.
Out it wasn't for us.
He's a rat bag news.
We interrupt this program to bring you a
Somebody's on Tinder.
Jimmy, you couldn't have been saying that when we won at Hampden in the semi.
Absolutely not.
No, it's just that I could never get a hold of the Warburton thing. You know, I'm 61, mate. I've been going to see Rangers a long time, right? And I just, when they came, it was another new face and a new era. But it came out and spouted rubbish about tactics, about possession, and we had a lot of possession, right? Although, and we didn't deserve to get beaten the day. But no, look, I'm an old school, mate. I'm a Jock Wallace, Walter Smith, Graham Souness, Wally Waddle. I'm old school managers. I know, and Stevie Gerrard's kind of bringing that back to me. Warburton guy.
Jimmy, I agree. I'm agreeing with you, but what I'm saying is that day at Hampden, when we played that passing game and we did pass them off the park, I'm telling you, I bought into them big time then.
No, I didn't.
I did.
I bought into the team. I mean, the manager for me was the guy that picks a team. I didn't think he could pick his nose. I would never like Warburton for day one. Well, and I was in that station that we were talking about. I was on the Rail Radio and Snide Radio. I could never buy into him. I could never buy into him, mate. I just thought that he was just he's a big businessman who found himself in Scottish football and a big club like ours.
Jimmy, the point being is that when he turns out at these interviews and he says he was shocked when he saw the banners going for 55, that tells me there was something wrong with him. He knew fine well, because we were singing, when we get promoted, we're going for 55.
55, exactly.
So, all this nonsense, I've really turned against him now. Seriously.
Do you know what happened?
I'm the same.
What hurt me about it is that he dragged Davy Gear. He dragged Davy Gear.
They banners basically made him shite himself. Pressure.
Aye.
If you ask me.
That's basically what he's come out and said, aye. That's more or less the message he's put across.
JFK, can I ask you, was this station, was this here when Caixinha was here? How long's this been going, this channel?
Long time.
Did you see right through him as well, I take it, aye?
JFK was the one then.
I was on Radio Clyde giving my bit about Caixinha.
I'll pass you to George Logan and he'll give you what we thought of Caixinha. George?
Like George, what? Is he still there?
He's still there.
I take it he despised him if you're asking him.
George?
He's speaking, but he might still be in mute.
I was here, mate.
What did I say about Caixinha? Go on then.
We said it right for day. We did genuinely say it right for day one. I couldn't say the boy's name and I had to Google it. That's never going to be a Rangers manager for me. I was never going to work. I just didn't like the guy. I didn't like the cut of the guy's jib, and I was right. I wasn't always right because I'll tell you something. I was trying to come in there, Jimmy, and tell you, I didn't know who Mark Warburton was. I didn't have a clue who Mark Warburton was when he got the Rangers job. He got me in tears that day when we beat them at Hampden. Up until that last game, I think I reckon I've maybe been, 30 Old Firm games, something like that. That was probably the best day of my life. Being married and had a boy, that was still the best day of my life. Don't care what anybody says. I'll live in my memory for a long time.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant that day.
That what Caixinha done, it was just an embarrassment to the club. A lot of things have been embarrassments to the club, but he was one of the biggest embarrassments. I think I've told Oxford story before. I met Mark Warburton up at the top of the staircase after a game one day. I said, Mark, I'm just a normal fan, but the day I've had a chance to wear a suit, the guy actually took me into his office and sat down and said, what does Rangers mean to you? I just about had him in tears, Jimmy. Without a word of lie, Jimmy, I just about had him in tears telling him about all the games I've been in and things like that. And I liked him. I genuinely liked him. And I ken what happened, Jimmy, and end up in he became a rat bag because he took Big Davy Weir away and I think he's done the dirty, to be honest. But I thought he was a great man. I thought he was a great guy for your club at that time. And see, to be honest, he's a director of football. He'd have maybe been a good guy to have at the club, Jimmy. But as a manager,
George. Caixinha.
I was talking about the caravan man. What did you think of him?
That's what I'm saying. He was an embarrassment, and the less we say about him, the better. I couldn't even say his name. I had to Google his name, and that's not a Rangers manager for me. Dick Advocaat rolls off my tongue. Alex McLeish, Walter Smith. All these guys roll off my tongue. That guy was never a Rangers manager.
And that's
the one thing I've got against the Bulldogs, is that guy coming into the club.
We predicted to be gone before Christmas time.
You say that for day one, a lot of folks said, we're signing big guys. He was an embarrassment, and that's probably the biggest embarrassment of our boards. This particular board has brought to your club was that guy.
Agreed, mate. Some of the statements he came out was embarrassing.
Well,
gentlemen,
you guys on the phone need to learn. We've reached that time of the evening, Bridgeman.
What can I say? What a fantastic evening again. Wonderful talk. It's a pity about the results of the what do you call the compliance people. But we're going to march on tomorrow. Massive game for the Rangers tomorrow in the Cup. So, to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, please keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers really need us. Keep it going.
Just to let everybody know, Big Stevie Fay, Ayrshaw's been trying to get back in the call for the last half an hour. This has been Rangers. Sorry, Big Stevie Fay. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night. Thank everybody for taking the time to phone in the night. Too many to mention. We'll be back at the strange time of 4:15 tomorrow with a pre-match show. Looking forward to us beating Kilmarnock in the Scottish Cup. Thanks for everybody for taking the time to join us, and thanks for everybody for listening. Take it away, Old School Blue.